One evening I realized that I had 4 friends, and out of these 4 people I met 2 of them when I was in elementary school and the other 2 when I was in the first year of high school. That means I have gone for around half of my entire life up until this point without making a singular new friend. And I think it has to do with having a very large friend group during most of my high school years. This may sound weird, but having a superficial relationship with so many people can make it really hard to establish a deeper connection with any single one of them. I always felt like there were friend groups within the friend group and I didn't belong to any of them. Like I was part of the big circle everyone else was a part of, but I didn't really fit in any of the smaller circles where real connections were made. I kinda felt like a stranger within my very friends. And I think a big reason was that I entered this high school in the second year. So everyone already had friends and connections and there was like no more space for anyone else. Which I think is very normal in high school. I think when people make a group, they tend to protect that group and they don't want to let anybody else in or let anyone out. I think it has to do with how the teenage brain works. I don't know. But then I finally finished high school and I went into college, and a good thing about college is that people don't have friends. Yeah, that's a good thing, bear with me. And this meant I didn't have to get in a pre-made friend group. I could just make up my own. And so I did, and turns out that was the problem, my circumstances, and it had nothing to do with myself. And then one of us won the lottery and we bought a giant mansion in the Bahamas and we all lived happily ever after, except I wouldn't be making this video, would I? What I realized is that the problem resided much more in myself than in my circumstances. After I made a friend group in college, I still felt like I didn't fit in that very group that I made with the people that I chose. Because the real problem was in how I treated those people and how I treated the friend group. Because as soon as I didn't have any more classes, I went back to my apartment and I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't call them. I just talked with them when I was in college, inside the classroom. And I think if you appreciate someone's company, you should try and spend as much time as you can with that person. And I wasn't doing that. I was treating my friends like companions. And the moment I realized all of this, I thought either I start putting in the actual effort to, have friends, or before I realize college will be over and I won't have that chance anymore. I mean, you can still befriend co-workers or maybe pick up a hobby, but yeah, I didn't see myself doing that. And so my way of hanging out with them was creating a Minecraft server, going out to watch movies every now and then. I started going to the gym with some of them, and that kind of thing really helps because I go to the gym every day. I'm a strong boy, so I see some of them every day now, even if I don't have any classes. And another thing I started to do, and I understand that not everyone is comfortable with this, but I found it really useful to be more open and talk with them about more personal issues and topics. And lo and behold, when I started lowering my walls, they went on and did the same thing. And we got to know each other more personally. Or in other words, we became friends.